Good morning. My name is Minerva Vasquez, and I would first like to thank you for allowing me to share my understanding of the new English language arts and reading TEKS. For question one major change is that the new TEKS will allow for much needed cohesion among the strands and the knowledge and skills statements. Um, the system that we currently have does not allow for cohesion between instruction and learning, but now these two things can be more cognizant of one another. And this needed cohesion is due to another major change. We are paring down from 26 knowledge and skills statements down to a mere 11. So with the current 26 that we are using, it is sometimes very difficult to see the horizontal alignment and to integrate them with one another in our lesson plans and in our curriculum maps. But now by having only 11, a more seamless integration can now occur. Also, all the knowledge and skills statements begin with listening, speaking, reading, and writing, showing how these four elements are all interconnected, and they're very important for allowing students to have more mindful thinking and to share their responses through academic conversations in a variety of ways, whether it be through writing or through speaking and so forth. Now, in regards to the implications for instruction, all of the implications center around this new ability to integrate all of these knowledge and skill statements more practically and more feasibly. For instance, the TEKS right now, they almost feel like a checklist. In fact, one school district once provided me and all my students with a TEKS checklist, and we were supposed to mark off all of the ones that we had done in a particular unit of learning. But the new TEKS now, they provide for more, for a more realistic approach and for seamless integration. And this will allow the instruction and the learning process to be more authentic and to have a more organic nature, which I feel is currently lacking. A major change is a strong focus on oral language, and you can see this in the first knowledge and skills statement. So now oral language will be front and center and not hidden among the bottom teaks of listening and speaking skills way down among 25 and 26 in that area. Um, as a specialist for English language arts and reading, it will be very important to showcase how something new, like an emphasis on oral language, can be integrated easily into the classroom. But even before showing technology and giving ideas on how to bring it in, it's even more important to show how this strand and the knowledge and skill statements for oral language can easily be integrated with other strands and other knowledge and skill statements. So as an example, and this is again, I guess I'm veering into how it impacts instruction. Well, here's an example. TEAC 4D focuses on using or creating mental images for deepening understanding. And this easily can go along with 5F, which is about interacting in meaningful ways with sources. And one of those meaningful ways is by illustration. And going on through number 5, we have 5H, which allows for oral response. And if we want to take that initial oral response to a more formal presentation, we are now dealing with 1C. And to take it to formal presentation, we need to be using aspects of 7D, which is allowing for the logical progression of ideas and for integrating genre characteristics in the products or the language products that the students are creating. So once more, seamless integration, just the ability for teachers to see the interconnectedness, and that is the role of the specialist. And the specialist needs to make sure that the teachers understand that writing, reading, and listening and thinking, they're all part of the mindful thinking that students can participate in and provide through academic conversations. Now, for question number three, how assessment impacts curriculum and instruction. Well, I always remember one value that was brought forth in one of my education classes many, many years ago. And in that specific class, my professor always stressed the idea that accountability drives the system of learning. And accountability, one of the main ways that that comes is through assessment. Now, most teachers in Texas think assessment, and we think right away STAR and EOC and the stress that can occur because of it. But assessment happens on a regular daily basis, and it can be informal, formal, student driven, or teacher driven. It can be part of our district, or it can be state mandated. But nonetheless, simple assessments always take place. And without assessment, then we as teachers don't know how to individualize learning. So basically take one of the most simplistic forms of assessment, and that would be the exit ticket. In looking at the responses for checking student understanding, a teacher can then provide a stronger focus or maybe more reteaching for those students who did not, I guess, gain as much from that specific lesson for that day. And so the teacher can easily bring in more of that for those students. So that is just one simple way that accountability takes place. So again, assessment, um, teachers need to be guided by the TEKS for planning the curriculum and also for the instruction. Texas needs a way to make sure students are learning vital proficiency skills for the 21st century. And again, the new TEKS allow for this. Thank you.